That doesn't make sense. First off, let me just say that I am glad the children are at home. 56 days of turmoil, 56 days of captivity, and they have been rescued. The safety of the average Nigerian is all I ask from this government. But with that being said, I feel like there are a few things about this entire thing that need to be discussed. First off, the numbers don't add up. The government initially says that 46 people were kidnapped, 39 children, and 7 teachers. 46. Now they say 44 people have been rescued. But the framing has been all victims were rescued. This seems like a clever attempt to minimize the fact that 2 of the teachers lost their lives in this conversation. That unsettles me on some level. Second thing that doesn't make sense is the military says it was an unconditional release by the kidnappers. Unconditional release, meaning no ransom was paid, no negotiation was done, no exchange. Is that typically how kidnappers work in Nigeria? It's a question. Because generally, from my view of it, is there are 2 things. Usually kidnapped as a sign of fear where most of the people are executed, or is kidnapped as a money making endeavor. But then the government says that it was an unconditional release. So did the kidnappers just hand over these children? And then the next question is that if there was no ransom demanded, then why were these children kidnapped? And this now takes me back to the video I watched from the governor, Sheyi Makinde, and what he said.
For 7 years, we didn't witness anything like this in Oyo State. I declared to run for the presidency of Nigeria at 4 o'clock, and by 9 a.m. the following morning, the children were abducted.
That raises questions. The third thing is the government says that, oh, some security personnel passed away during this operation. Rest in peace to them. But the statement that the government made was, oh, 11 agencies were involved, and they praised the president for such a good work in organizing this entire thing. But there was no line to list out the military personnel that were lost. These people have effectively, I won't say died for nothing, but the recognition of their sacrifice to making Nigerians safer seems to have been relegated to who needs to know needs to know. I feel like the names of those people need to be published so that we can provide the appropriate praise for them. Next thing that feels weird is the thank you video.
Hello, sir. Our father, we are grateful. The president, sir, we are grateful. We understand your commitment to our safety, and we appreciate all you did for us. We could see your hand. Thank you very much. And every security operative, They tried so much, and that is why we are still alive now. We are very grateful unto you. Thank you very much. May the Lord continue to bless you.
God bless you, sir.
God bless you, sir. We are so grateful.
Okay.
After people in captivity are released, I feel the due process, maybe it's just me, my thinking, or maybe just watching movies, is to first take these people to the hospital, get them psychologically checked, make sure that their vitals are okay, reunite them with their parents. And then, upon reuniting them with their parents, you can now do a press conference saying that, oh, these children have been released. But immediately they were released, we get a video of the woman saying, thank you, daddy, children saying, thank you. And unfortunately, because of how cynical I am about the Nigerian government, that just looked like political theater to me. And it felt gross. Daddy. Something about that term doesn't sit right with me. Then the next thing that felt odd was the controlling of the narrative. Yes, the video was put out to like, oh, let people know what's going on, that we have done something worthwhile. But then the Oyo State Commissioner for Health tried to go to the military hospital where they were sent to, and he was turned away initially. And they say that, oh, yes, due to protocol and everything. And typically, I will agree that, okay, yes, military needs to first sort everything out before external people start coming in. But I think it is a sign of how this government moves that I am just distrustful of the intent behind keeping these people away in the first place. It seems odd. Again, it feels like a controlling of the narrative. And then finally, the threat is encroaching. Typically, all these stories were usually in the north. So it felt like it's their problem. It's not our collective problem as Nigerians. But now this situation has happened in Oyo State. Will the government put together 11 agencies to um, command rescues every single time this thing happens in Nigeria now? Would this now be the standard practice? Or was it because of all the eyes that are on it and it just feels like it's in Yoruba land now? I am concerned for the safety of this country because I don't think mustering up 11 agencies is a practical step for every kidnapping. We need to go to the root of this problem and try to fix it. And that is why we vote for leaders, because leaders need to see that vision and map out strategies to ensure that the citizens are safe. Safety should be a key process in you asking to be the commander in chief of Nigeria. I don't feel safe. Again, I am glad those children are home. The next steps around their well being and how they chart the rest of their lives, considering the turmoil that they have been through. I really hope they have supportive people around them that help with this process, because that trauma is not something I wish on anybody. while we are celebrating their return, we must continually push for accountability. Our government needs to be clear with us. Our government needs to be accountable to us. Let me know if there are any other questions that raised in your mind as soon as you saw this. Because I don't think I'm the only one. Anyways, see you on the next video. Goodbye.